Decoding the husband's withdrawal reaction when the wife expresses emotions, when she's a storm of emotions. Why does he go silent? Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both familiar and endlessly fascinating in married life. Have you ever wondered why many husbands seem to pull back when their wives express strong emotions? Let's explore this together. Before we dive deeper, let's outline the main reasons why husbands often appear hesitant or try to disengage when their wives show intense emotions. First, some husbands feel threatened by their wife's strong emotions, as these can stir up uncomfortable feelings they'd rather avoid. Second, many husbands worry they're not as emotionally adept as their wives. And finally, they often act to control the situation, primarily to shield themselves from their own emotional turmoil. Now, let's break down each aspect in detail. When emotions speak, the difference between him and her. Many women have likely wondered why simply expressing their feelings makes their husband seem uneasy or even prompts him to withdraw. Let's examine the differences in how men and women express emotions. Many husbands may feel uncomfortable, or even want to retreat, when their wife displays strong emotions. This isn't just true when she's sad or frustrated. Sometimes, even when she's overwhelmingly joyful, excited, or deeply passionate about something, he might still feel uneasy. Husbands often feel the most discomfort when their wife is anxious or upset, even if it has nothing to do with them. Even if she reassures him, saying, "I'm just feeling down for no reason. It's not about you," it's often not enough to ease his tension. So, why does a wife's emotional expression make her husband so uneasy? Why can't he simply ignore her feelings? The answers are complex, layered, and, like most relationship dynamics, far from straightforward. Unpacking his retreat. What are the deeper reasons? So, what deeper reasons cause husbands to react this way? It's not random, there's a whole process behind it. Let's peel back the layers. Simply put, from a young age, many men are taught that it's their responsibility to keep their partner happy. So, if their wife seems upset or dissatisfied, some husbands immediately feel like they've failed in a critical aspect of their role. This sense of failure is deeply uncomfortable. Additionally, many men are unaccustomed to expressing their own emotions and rarely do so. They're often taught to be strong and rational. So, when a conversation with their wife becomes emotionally charged, they may feel awkward or out of their depth. They try to stay logical in response. Much like a Vietnamese traveler abroad who insists on speaking Vietnamese instead of learning basic local phrases, it creates an invisible barrier. Society often expects men to be stoic and reserved, while emotions are seen as a woman's domain. From boyhood, men are teased or even belittled for showing emotions other than anger, the one emotion society typically allows them. Phrases like, "Big boys don't cry," or "Don't be so weak," unconsciously shape their mindset, teaching them to suppress their feelings. Another reason is that emotions are contagious. Just as being near someone yawning makes you yawn, being around someone with strong emotions, happy or sad, can make you feel those emotions too. The more emotional a wife is, the more likely her husband is to feel uncomfortable emotions he's long tried to avoid or suppress. It's like touching an old wound. To some extent, husbands may also realize they're not as emotionally attuned as their wives. They might see their wife as more sensitive, expressive, and empathetic, which can make them feel less capable emotionally. Research shows that women tend to express a wider range of emotions more frequently than men across various cultures. However, these differences aren't innate. They're largely shaped by upbringing and societal expectations. Girls are encouraged to express emotions from as early as 4 months old, while boys are subtly trained to suppress them. On a deeper, subconscious level, some husbands may fear something is wrong with them emotionally. They might worry they lack the emotions they're supposed to have, emotions their wife expresses naturally. They question whether they're normal for not feeling the same way. For all these reasons, husbands often try to manage their wife's emotions to protect themselves from their own discomfort. When a wife is sad or anxious, it can become the husband's sole focus, as if nothing else can happen until the situation is resolved. This isn't usually a conscious process. They just feel growing unease and a strong urge to stop their wife's intense emotions. They want things to return to order, where emotions don't make them feel unsettled. Hopefully, these insights have shed light on why husbands react this way to their wife's emotions. Thank you for reading.